Good morning everybody, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Wednesday the 12th of April 2023 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we've started the day, we've got some astrology for today. The moon is in Capricorn all day. It's going to form a sextile to Saturn, an opposition to Mars, a trine to Mercury and a square to Chiron. So emotionally we might be all over the place with challenges to a healthy sustainability of our emotions, flaring up, being triggered by things. The key is to try and ground and earth yourself, especially your communication, into just strong foundations. Ground your thoughts, ground your mind into the strong foundations so that you have a solid base to build from. So that's your astrology for today. That's all UK British summertime now, although looking out my window it isn't very much British summertime. It's raining, it's dark and cloudy and it's rather chilly. But anyway, let's get on and do our reading. Right, let's have Wisdom of the Oracle cards and let's go for some Marielle and see what they have to say for today. So, what do we need to know for today? Wednesday the 12th of April 2023. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so at the bottom, we're poised. What are we poised for? And flexible. Okay, indicating that things can change pretty quickly. And the reason why is because we're between worlds. So we're sort of hyped up, we feel that we're on the edge of something. We can sense the new world, and we're ready for it. In fact, we've most probably been waiting a long time for it, and it's like, come on, I just want it to be here now. Or maybe that's just me. But we're being asked, while we're poised, we're also asked to maintain that flexibility, to go sort of where we're led, because we are between these worlds. We're between the old 3D black and white world and the colourful 5D expansive energetic world. So it can be sitting very uncomfortably. Maybe we're emotionally all over the place, as I was saying before. We're finding it hard to find stability, find our ground. There's nothing solid beneath our feet to build on. Yep, we know those sorts of situations, don't we? Oh, another broken elastic band. I'm running out of elastic bands. Oh dear. Anyway, back to the reading. So what do we need to know for Wednesday the 12th of April 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Let's see. Split the deck. What do we need to know? Let's see, what do we got? Where are we? 10 of Cups. Okay. Completion of an emotional cycle. We've got the 6 of Cups going into the past. We've got the Knight of Wands below. We've got the Empress above. And the Page of Swords. We've got Death. We've got the Tower. And we've got the Hanged Man. There's some big spiritual big jobs there, isn't there? Okay, and then at the bottom, oh, we've got the lovely, lovely star. Okay. Let's just pop those back there a moment. Okay, so where we find ourselves, we've come to the end of an emotional cycle. The happy ever after card. It might not feel very happy ever after at the moment, but it's the completion of an emotional cycle. Okay. With the moon's opposition to Mars in Cancer and the square to Chiron in Aries, this, you know, we could be feeling a bit all over the place, a bit challenged in our healings, finding it difficult in our emotions to find stability, healthy boundaries. Emotionally, Mars in Cancer can be a bit all over the place, and with an opposition to the moon, you know, just everything's intensified. So we could be a little bit all over the place. Be gentle on yourself. Remain flexible. Going into the past, the energy that's leaving, we've got the 6 of Cups. We may have been looking backwards for our answers. We may have been reminiscing about the past. Memories or people from the past may have been coming back to us. And this could be an internal or an external process. But, you know, maybe we've been closing out things from the past as well, with the 10 of Cups. Closing out old emotional cycles and things. It's moving into the past. And then below the foundation, we've got the Knight of Wands. But in this deck, the Knight of Wands looks rather menacing. This great black beast that we're not quite sure what it is, with the lightning in his paw. I get the sense from this card of, you know, we need to go deep. We need to maybe go into our shadow sides to find that spark of fire, that spark of liberation is the word that that's come to mind to describe it. That spark of passion and inspiration to carry us forward and connect us to our creativity. The card from above. I'm from based in the UK, if you didn't know, and of a certain age, mid-50s, and sort of the card from above, it just always reminds me of Vic and Bob and the dove from above. So the card in the above, the gift from Spirit, is the Emperor, connecting to the divine feminine, connecting to your creativity, connecting to your intuition and your knowing and your fertility of ideas. Everything is here, connecting into the womb space as well to find that spark of inspiration, that connection to the universe. And yeah, try not to be reactive, be more reflective in what's going on. When things come up, rather than sort of reacting and being aggressive or frustrated or angry, just sort of try and remain flexible and reflective. So that, to minimise the amount of damage that we do. Okay, we're moving into the Page of Swords. So if we do this, if we can manage this, if we don't scare everybody away, then new information comes in. The Page of Swords. We learn something new. The flexibility pays off, and it may be something that takes us a step closer to the new world. The clarifiers, death. The old parts of us need to die, fall away. We've completed with them. We don't need to be carrying them forward. It's often sort of old parts of ourselves and trying to carry them forward, which actually keeps us hooked into the old world. And so it's about sort of relinquishing those old parts of us that aren't meant to go forward with us. And if we don't do it ourselves, then the universe will give us tower moments to collapse that old stuff that we know, make it fall away. Sudden shocks and surprises, old structures falling away, taking you out of your comfort zone, upending the ego, so there's so many ways that it can come in. And again, the need to be flexible, poised and flexible to deal with changing situations, that loss of foundations, loss of stability. Whoa, sort of everything can change in the time it takes to answer a phone call or something like that. That suddenly sort of your security is pulled from under your feet or something. But it gives us an opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. The Hanged Man. Okay. So yeah, if we could be being stuck in old mindsets, old emotional patterns, but we really need to sort of dig deep into ourselves to find what the hairy beast in the shadows is, so that we can communicate with it, so that we can acknowledge it, we can thank it for keeping us safe, we can integrate it, or we can release it, whatever, while it's there hiding in the shadows and we don't know what it's doing, what it's about, what it wants, why it's still there. Then we're powerless against it. So it really is sort of that exploration of the Shadowlands, meeting that beast within us. So we've all gotten, over the years I've discovered lots of beasts within me, old habits, old negative mindsets, false stories, limiting beliefs. There are all these like scary, fearful shadows and things that lurk in the dark of the subconscious. It's time for us to go in and do the work, and not just today, tomorrow as well. We're going to have the moon conjunct Pluto. So I feel this is a building energy that's going to continue into tomorrow. And also tomorrow is the waning half moon, so we go back into the dark half of the lunar cycle as well. We go with Persephone down into the underworld for 2 weeks to see what it is that we need to release, and so we can come back up again into the light. But what's being called for is the relinquishing of something, letting go of some part we've outgrown, outworn, we no longer need. If we don't release it voluntarily, then something might happen that causes us to suddenly see the structures that are holding us back. And the key is to look at things from a new perspective, be flexible and poised. And the card underneath, in the subconscious, this has actually reminded me of the lightning on the paw, in the dark, in the subconscious, just out of here. We can't see it, we can sense that there's stuff going on, is hope, optimism, healing, new beginnings. And this is very much reminding me today of the mythic deck, the one based around the Greek myths or something. And in the star, you've got, I can't remember which goddess it is, but she's opening up Pandora's box, and all the ills of the world fly out, and right at the bottom is the Star of Hope, the Fairy of Hope. This is what this feels like today. So take things easy, look after yourself. Yeah, and just, you know, just try and just keep coming back to yourself. Be in love, the love energy. Be in your divine feminine, nurture, look after yourself, and know that this too shall pass. So yeah, all the astrology today was moon aspects. So, you know, the moon moves pretty quickly, so we can find ourselves moving pretty quickly through this. Okay. So just going with the flow, just being aware of yourself, witnessing yourself, and yeah, staying attuned to the divine feminine, to the Empress energy within you, your intuition, your creativity, and yeah, nurturing and mothering yourself. Okay, and know that this, in the bigger part of things, this is all part of a healing cycle and what we're going towards. Oh, and I've only just noticed, when we look at between worlds, we look at the colour of the flamingo in the new world, how similar it is to the colour of the star. Okay, so there's hope, there's healing, there's new beginnings, just as we release the things that are holding us back then. And it looks like it is emotional stuff today. And especially, I mean, even the Six of Cups is reminding me of Mars in Cancer with the red lobster claws of Mars there and the submerged person down here. Mars is in Cancer for a while yet, but we can move through those emotions and release. It's being highlighted today because there's an opposition from the moon in Capricorn. So as the moon moves on, that emotional turmoil will relax and be released. It won't be at the forefront of our mind anymore. Sorry, I'm laughing. I just laugh at all this stuff. I've been doing this stuff for 30 odd years. Touch wood, I think I've seen pretty much everything. Though I'm always open to being surprised. And I never take anything for granted. But, you know, it does make me smile, this stuff, this continuous. Yay, we're here again, we're doing this. Okay, what have we got to release this time? So, and I'm also reminded of Coyote medicine. I just looked at some cards for a group I've got on this morning. Or yeah, well, this morning when I'm recording this, which is yesterday morning for you. And yeah, Coyote came out. So that being able to laugh at yourself, the trickster medicine, and sometimes sort of situations, all you can do is just laugh at yourself. So, so to loads of love and healing to everybody. Take good care of you, as I said before. Hopefully this reading resonated with you. Hopefully it gives you some support and ideas to get through this energy. If it does resonate with you, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm doing readings. If you'd like a personal reading, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, look after yourselves, and until next time, thank you for watching.